Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash, double honors to my apostles, the great millstone, who taught me this truth, and Shalom to the 144,000 in the elect. I'm Zaim, and this is another video entitled The Rewards of Wisdom, Part 1. Proverbs 2 and 1. My son, the elect man of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, if thou wilt receive my words, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, this truth, and hide my commandments with thee. Precept, Proverbs 4 and 21. Let them not depart from thine eyes, which is the spiritual eye, which is the spirit, which is the mind. Keep them in the midst of thine heart, which is thy mind. So we keep these words, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, in our inward parts, in our mind, and in our spirit. And let's go back to Proverbs 2 and 1, and it'll tell you why we should keep these words of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, in our inward parts, which is our spirit, which is our mind. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, and this is why, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom, applying this knowledge in our ways and actions is wisdom, and applying thy heart to understanding. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge, this truth, and lifteth up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, precept, Matthew 13 and 44. Hidden treasure, you see it says hidden treasure. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, and this treasure is the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, this word, hid in a field. The field is the world, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field, which means he puts off the things of the world and has all and everything to do with this word, this truth, this ministry. Another precept, Philippians 3 and 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua Mashiach, my Lord, for whom I suffered the loss of all things, and do count them as but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. So he counted all things of the world, money, chasing women, the bag, the love of the things of the world as dung, that he may win Hamashiach, which is this knowledge, this wisdom, this truth. Everything that is not of this truth is basically dung compared to the truth, because it is symbolic of water, and the truth, once you have it, it is more precious than gold, rubies, silver, anything that really you can have. That's why he says, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. And I count all things but the loss for the excellency, for the knowledge of Hamashiach. Proverbs 3:14. To further drive the point home, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. So if you get the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding of this truth, this beautiful word that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai blessed us with, it is considered better than silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. Back in Proverbs 2:5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord. Let's go back into 3. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge, and lifted up thy voice for understanding. 4. If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as hid treasures. 5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of Yahweh. Precept. Psalms 110. Salakia 111. And 10. And what is the fear of the Lord? Psalms 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. Precept. Proverbs 1. And 7. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Proverbs 9 and 10. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Back in Proverbs 2. And 4. If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hidden treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord Yahweh, and find the knowledge of Yahweh. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. 6. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Precepts. 1 Kings 3 and 7. This is Solomon speaking. And now, O Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, thou hast made thy servant Solomon king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go in or to come out. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, the Israelites, that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant a understanding heart, to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? Jump down to 12. Yahweh speaking to Solomon, which is Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. Another precept, James 1 and 5. And it says here, James 1 and 5, if any lack wisdom. So if you lack knowledge, lack wisdom, lack understanding, it tells you here, let him ask of Yahweh that giveth to all men, which is the men, the chosen, the 144, the elect, liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Another precept, Matthew 7 and 7. And how do we receive this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding? It tells you here, Matthew 7 and 7. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. And we ask all things of Yahweh through the name of Yahweh Shai, and it shall be given unto you. So that's Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Back in Proverbs 2. And 6. For the fear of Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth, Salakia. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. 7. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk upright. Precept, Proverbs 30 and 5. Every word of Yahweh is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. And who puts their trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai? His elect. Precept, Proverbs 91. Salakia, Psalm 91. Psalm 91. And 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Yahweh, the secret place is this truth, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress. In him will I trust. Surely, Slakia, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare, which is the New World Order, of the fowler, which is Esau, and from the noisome pestilence, which is those ICBM missiles. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, shall be thy shield and thy buckler. Back in Proverbs 2. And 8. And we'll finish it off here. We'll start at 6. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk upright. 8. And we'll end it here. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the ways of the saints. Let's get a precept before we leave. 1 Samuel 2, and 9. And this is to tell you who the upright are. He will keep the feet of his saints, which are the upright, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. Psalm 66. And 9. Precept, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet, the feet of the elect, to be moved. I want to say, Shalom. Call Allah Yumla, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And Shalom to the 144,000. Lord will, you have been edified. Shalom.